Hi everyone, this is Sushmita speaking to you all. In this video, we are going to see another poem called A Patch of Land, which is written by Subramanya Bharathi. And before we move on into this poem, I'll tell you one thing which will be helpful for you. If you need more information regarding these poems which I have posted so far, you can just check the description box where I have given a blog page link, and you can just go there and get your summaries and a lot of information about that particular poem as well. If you want these particular mind maps, you can just refer to the Pinterest ID where I have given in the description box as well. Now moving on into the gist of this particular author. So this particular author, if you see the lifespan, it is from 1882 to 1921, and he is also called Mahakavi Bharatiyar. And he is a Tamil poet, freedom fighter, and a social reformer as well. And he has, if you see all his writing, he has advocated so many things based on women's rights, social equality, and caste reforms. And he has also played an active role in Indian independent movement, and he has collaborated with the national leaders. To talk about this particular poem, A Patch of Land, the gist, if you see this particular poem depicts the importance of the homeland and how you will be eager to decorate your homeland as well, and what it symbolizes, the independence of the person also it symbolizes, right? If you have your own house, how will you feel? Like if you have a place to stay, how will you feel? That is the essence of the poem. So this particular poem depicts the piece of land as a symbol of self-reliance, unity, and pride. And to talk about the theme, it talks about patriotism and love for nature. Patriotism is feeling of attachment. If you are like going to home and sleeping, you'll feel somewhat so good, right? You'll feel like it is our home. I have reached somewhere, our hometown, like homeland and home place, right? So that kind of depiction is being shown in this particular poem, and he says like, what are the necessary things that I want in my piece of land. A patch of land means a piece of land that he is referring for. And to talk about this particular title very well matches with the poem as well. If you see, he requests the God to give him a patch of land where he is asking God to also nourish and flourish the area where he is wishing to stay. And you can see the nature's love also, the kind of love that he has for nature, and how he wants the patch of land, the piece of land to be as well. So this particular title matches very well to the poem. And to talk about the significance, this poem depicts two things mainly, the Swadeshi and Ahimsa. And to talk about the relevance of the poem, here you can see this author doesn't like see the patch of land as a physical entity, something like a physical entity. Rather, he takes it as an independence, and he connects the piece of land to its emotion. And he suggests God to give him a piece of land where he can have his house, and so many things that he requests God to give him. And moving on into the poem, a patch of land I want, Parashakti. Give me a patch of land. That he is requesting Parashakti. Parashakti refers to goddess of power, and he asks God to give him a piece of land, a patch of land, a part of land to God. On that patch of land, Parashakti, I want a house built for me. And in that piece of land, what he wishes to have a house which has been built, and its pillars decorated Parashakti, and balconies painted white. And how the pillars has to be, it has to be decorated, and the balconies painted white represents the peace. So here he asks God to get him balcony which has been painted in white in color. So he asks first the piece of land, the patch of land, and then he asks the house to be built over there, and its pillars decorated, and then balconies white. And he also says that palm trees beside the well, Parashakti, with long fronds and tender nuts. Like he is requesting God to have some palm trees nearby, near the well, and he is asking God to give long fronds, that is long leaf, a kind of leaf that is he referring. He wants to have those leaves over there, and tender nuts, that is tender coconut, 10 or 12. He wants to have these, that is long fronds and tender nuts for 10 or 12. Those palms, Parashakti, the coconut trees I want nearby. And he is asking God to give these palm trees how much, 10 or 12, and the coconut trees as well. He wants it in near the well. And moonlight should descend gently, Parashakti. Moonlight, how the moonlight should be, should have a gentleness. That is like he is requesting God to give the light of the moon and casting a gleaming veil of white, and it has to be very soft, very gentle. When the atmosphere is so good, you'll have a good feeling, right? So he's requesting God to give him all these. And the soft cooing of the cuckoos, Parashakti, should fall lightly in my ears. And he's requesting God to give him a song, like a soft cooing of the cuckoos, a sound of the bird. And he's requesting God to give this particular sound where he can hear all the throughout the day. He wants to hear in his ears. A gentle breeze should blow, Parashakti, and bring pleasure to my soul. And he wants a gentle breeze, not too much, but a gentle breeze where the birds are singing. And he wants this all day, for all day, where his soul can gain some pleasure with this surrounding, with this nature. A young wife I want, Parashakti, to share all these with me. That is, he is requesting God to give him a young wife as well. Why? Because he wants to share all his feelings and emotions. So he is requesting God to give him a young wife as well. Our joyful togetherness, Parashakti, blessed with poetry. And he's requesting God to bless through the poetry, because poetry is the one where you can engrave and keep it 2 years, right? Ancient, like we have so many of poetries, right, till date. So he's asking God to bless him with this poetry. Living in that open land, Parashakti, be there to guard us. He's requesting God that he's living in an open land and the God has to guard them. With the power of my song, Parashakti, enable me to defend this world. Whatever happens in life, just be there with me, God, please. You help us, you guard us like anything, and whatever problems approaches me, help me to resolve somehow. And this is what the essence of the poem is. Then to talk about this literary devices, here in this poem you can see the metaphor, imagery, alliteration, personification, symbolism, and the tone which the poet has used. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to Avo Sekalwai. Come, let's learn with S. Sushmita.